as I go biking down my old neighborhood, some of the places I have built memories from, whether through whether whether through my social life or school or just areas where I used to, walk. I'm reflecting on where where I went and partied when I was younger. I remember the first party I got drunk at. Me and my friend were walking to the party, and I remember when I was young, I told myself I wasn't gonna be a drinker. And I heard how drinking can mess you up, but anyways, I so all my friends were doing it, I did it, and I got drunk first party, and then went from there. But the reason why I was started recording was because part of my story is South Phoenix. My upbringing, yes, I can talk about within my own childhood, but also just growing up out here in the ghetto. I didn't think much of it because everybody in my neighborhood lived in the same apartments that I did. I mean, all my friends were from the neighborhood, so we all went through the struggle together. As I talk about my past experiences and humble beginnings, I have friends that were kind of doing, were in a worse position. When we were kids, we valued being able to play video games. That was such a big deal. It's like playing video games, and my mom always made sure we had our video games. I have friends that didn't. They didn't have that as an outlet. Their parents didn't buy that for them. So even though I grew up from humble beginnings, I didn't think much of it because it seemed like in some ways I had it better than some of my friends. Not until you continue to move forward in your life and progress career and socially, and you start exploring and seeing what's out there in the world, that you realize, wow, came a long way. When I was partying, I had been to parties where friends got shot. I was at parties where shootings happened. you know Cops were getting called, too much was going on. I grew up fast. There's always this pride of being from South Phoenix because we're the dirty South, the rebels, the ones that are doubted, in some ways viewed as misfits. I remember when I was younger, I would tell people where I was born, and some people would scoff and say, "Oh my God, it's gotta be, I heard it's dangerous out there, or scary." And it's like, yeah, I mean, if you're up to no good, if you're up to no good, you'll find trouble. Sometimes it does walk up to you. You gotta deal with it, you know. But it's all part of my story. Going to these parties. Think And the poverty, it was real. I mean, hearing my mom's struggles was real. Wearing the same uniform year round, that was real. Never went out and ate dinner as a family. I can't tell you how many times I went to the movies with my mom that I can remember. I honestly can't. I can't remember. It didn't. If it happened, it just didn't happen often. It was very rare. But we always had food. We always had something to eat, and we always had a place to sleep. And I always had clothes to wear. And I always had my mom's love. If I got sick, she would always nurse me back to health. Even till this day, if I need a massage, if I ever feel bad, she'll give me a massage. Just certain love and care. And I always got that, you know? Money's not everything. When you have family, when you have each other, you're going through it together. Sometimes that's it. That's all you need. But, of course, we need money to survive out here. We need money to survive. So, I think it's more of a priority these days than it used to be. You didn't even need as much before. You need a lot more now. More times than not, you need two providers in the home. Back in the day, one income was enough. That's the world we live in. And everything flips upside down. Different ways to make money. But anyways, got my block, my neighborhood. I was on that free lunch. Yeah, but I was just it taught me to appreciate things. I think some of the most traveling I was doing was my trips playing sports. I would go to Casa Grande or Ahwatukee or Chandler to play kids from these different cities, communities. An hour drive, 45 minutes, hour and a half. That was cool. That was fun. I wasn't, I didn't really do that when I was younger. So I always felt like I didn't need a lot. So I'm always trying to find that balance of knowing I don't need a lot, but also striving for more because there's so much beauty in this world. So it's having a healthy balance, staying grounded, but also understanding what's attainable in this world, understanding that there are endless opportunities and possibilities out there, and knowing that if you really apply yourself and have a little bit of luck and you're persistent, you can live a very fruitful life. for yourself and for your family and your community. That's possible. So on one end, it's like, hey, I don't need a lot. And on the other end, it's like, there's a whole lot of beauty out here in this world. And those opportunities to travel, see the world, and have new experiences, reinvigorate my soul, feed me in ways that can't replace those experiences. Just like love, every relationship, the love shared, so special, can't be replicated. It's all special in its own way. I know I don't need a lot, but there's also so much out there for us. And in this world, we need money. So we want certain things to happen in this life, or we want to live a certain way. We have to put the work in and put ourselves in those positions because they're out there. But as long as I always stay grounded, it'll just allow me to be able to appreciate the good times that much more. I know what those struggles feel like, look like, sound like. And I know that hard times are inevitable. It's part of life. But the more good that we do, the harder we work on being our best selves, applying ourselves, being kind, loving, caring, the more fruitful your life can be. And I just want to make sure I don't take this life for granted and bask in all the beauty that it has to offer. I know what the struggle is. I've been there, I've done that. And I'm not completely out of it, because I'm still not where I want to be as far as being able to provide for a family comfortably, to where we can go on a family vacation, we can go on trips, or I can put them in sports. We can look at something beyond happy hour and, not necessarily have to worry about it. Not have to worry about money. Yes, be smart with it, but understanding that, hey, when we go out, we're good. Maybe it's not every day, but when we do, we're good. There you go. So I gotta keep working and finding ways to put myself in those positions, so that money is the last thing I ever have to worry about. And again, not just for me. If I was focused on living just for me, I'm good. But no, I want to be a family man, a provider. I want to travel this beautiful world with those that I love. I want to impact this world as positively as I can. And that's what I'm going to strive towards till the day I die. There's beauty in the struggles. There's beauty in the struggles.